Welcome back everybody, Patrick here, and in this video we're going to be doing another time value word problem. So let's see what we are working with. So you are retiring in 32 years. You have just made a $1,600 contribution to your retirement account, which pays 8.4% interest. How much more will your account be worth when you retire in 32 years? Versus if you waited 11 years to make this initial $1,600 contribution. Okay, so the wording might be a little bit confusing, but it's actually not too bad. So what's happening here is currently you are in time zero, and in 32 years you're going to be retiring. And you just made a $1,600 contribution into an account that pays you 8.4% interest. Now, they don't tell you whether the interest is simple or compounded. You assume it's compounded. And they're asking how much more will your account be worth when you retire in 32 years. So we have to find out how much the account is going to be worth in this scenario when we retire in 32 years. Versus if you waited 11 years to make this initial $1,600 contribution. So we're going to have to make two future value calculations. One in this scenario where we invest the $1,600 in time zero, future value it by 8.4% for 32 years. And another calculation where we invest this $1,600 in time 11. Right? So instead, what if we waited 11 years to make that $1,600 contribution? What's the difference in the future value going to be? Okay, so let's find the future value for the 32 years, our initial scenario. Now, a couple of ways you can do this. You can do this algebraically or with a financial calculator. I'm going to show you both. So future value of compound interest we know is FE equals PV 1 plus R to the power of T. Present value is the amount we are investing today, 1,600. 1 plus R, the R is 8.4%. You got to put that in decimals, so 0.084. So this bracket here would be 1.084. And we are future valuing this $1,600 for 32 years. So when you do that in your calculator, you end up getting a future value of $21,137.66. So that's how you do it algebraically. You can also input variables in your financial calculator. So the future value we are solving for, present value is 1,600. You're investing that in accounts, so that's going to be a negative cash flow. The N would be 32 years. The I would be 8.4%. And then the PMT is 0. There's no other cash flows that are happening in between. So when you solve for this future value, you would end up getting this same amount here. It would be 21,137.66. So either way, algebraically or with your financial calculator, if you take $1,600 today, invest it for 32 years at 8.4% compounded interest, you'll end up, your retirement account will have 21,137.66 when you retire in 32 years. Now, what about the other scenario? What if you wait 11 years to make this $1,600 contribution? So what if instead of at time zero, you invest $1,600 at time 11? Well, now you're going to have a different timeline because this $1,600 is shifted over. It's going to be in year 11 now. So we can actually let's just keep this part of the timeline. Why not? So we're investing the $1,600 now in time 11. And so this, it's not going to compound for 32 years. 32 minus 11 gives us 21 years. So instead of compounding for 32 years, this $1,600 now is going to compound 21 years, which represents the time from time 11 to time 32 when you retire. So now what we're going to be finding is the future value for 21 years. So again, two different ways to do it. You can find the future value by using the future value of compound interest formula algebraically. So 1,600, this would be 1.084, same interest rate. But the only thing that's changing is that it's compounding for 21 years now. And when you do that in your calculator, making sure you do the exponent first and multiply that result by 1,600, you end up getting $8,704.32. Now, this is the algebraic way to do it. You can also use your financial calculator. So future value is what we're solving for. Present value, you input 1,600. Your N would now be 21 years, before it was 32. But remember, we're starting now in time 11. The I would still be 8.4. And your PMT would be 0. No other cash flows happening in between. When you input these four variables, solve for your future value, you end up getting the same amount, 8,704.32. So that's how much your retirement account would have if you invest 1,600 in time 11 for 21 years up to year 32 when you retire. So this represents the future value of the other scenario. And what is the question asking us? They're asking us, how much more will your account be worth when you retire in 32 years, which is this amount, versus if you waited 11 years to make this initial $1,600 contribution. And that second scenario, the future value of the account is going to be this number here. So we have to take the difference between them. So then when you subtract them, you end up getting a difference of $12,433. So that's how much more you would have in your account if you invested today versus if you invest the $1,600 in 11 years. So 12,433. That's your final answer. Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out my channel. Hopefully you got some value from the video you just watched. If you did get some value, big favor to ask you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Any questions, any recommendations on things you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments section. Also check out the description box below for links to material and content related to the video you just watched. Peace out.